You know at whatever point John feels that the land is being compromised, that peril ought to be overseen immediately and wildly. Oak, here we go. Action. You should be aware that John Dutton can be observed at a time in his life shortly after his wife's death when he is attempting to maintain the ranch's stability in a manner that is comparable to what he is doing 20 years later, albeit in a much younger form. This is something that you can observe. There down there is my ranch. Whatever you spray on my cattle is killing them. Moreover, Dick Wheeler and the turn of events and the stuff that they're doing become dangerous or hurting to the destiny of the Yellowstone land, and thusly they ought to be made demolished, has no effect one way or the other. How might you go to look at it? What in bursts? Hey! Then at that point, there is this astounding genuine story. In the last piece of the 90s, US government decided to convey wolves into the District of Montana. Rather than use the local wolves that were natural in that land, they picked these huge wolves from Canada. It doesn't look like a wolf to me. Have you ever seen a dog this big before? I have. As a result, they became extremely dangerous to the ecosystem and ranch infrastructure. We don't have alone certified trained creatures. In addition, if you acquire anything beyond it, it transforms into an unimaginably destructive power that is destroying the neighborhood. If you don't keep your promise to protect us, they'll have no choice but to take matters into their own hands. They'll have no chance to get out. John, it is a crime to kill a species that is in danger. You don't understand me generally around all right to call me John. Officially, Dutton. John Dutton, in his own particular way, is much heavier, gruffer, and to a great extent harder individual than you've seen Kevin play beforehand. Yet again, besides, I think he has fallen into it with such power and such, like a balance and a weight. Thus, as far as I might be concerned, the inquiry was the way to find that and guarantee that the flashbacks mix consistently into each other without becoming diverting. I have an enormous feeling of obligation to it, to hit the nail on the head, and to take cues from Kevin. Moreover, I trust those things are there, and I trust they're not redirecting, and I believe that they give the weight and the power that I acknowledge is accessible in the substance of what Kevin is achieving personally. The fish and normal life authorities aren't on my doorway deck by Friday with the checkbook. You will have a good understanding of who I am. And you.